guy, normal, like, you could be having coffee with him in a cafe tomorrow. I would not know his thoughts on this. He's the guy who's saying, no, I mean, there's no point in blaming Netanyahu because he's just he's carrying out God's will. I have no arguments with these people, man. I really don't know how to argue with these people.
But what about
Yes, they are saying that
what
it's
God
a
told him
gimmick.
about Iran? Just a minute. What God told him about Iran? Why he bombed Iran?
No, I didn't ask him all that question because when he gave me this explanation, to be honest, I did not know how to respond to him, how to counter him, what to tell him, and so on.
That's why he.
Because how do you counter somebody who sincerely believes that
I
God?
tell you what to ask him. I tell you how to ask him. You ask him why, if Israel is supposed to have all this land, how come Israel is such a tiny, tiny, tiny land, and all this Middle East is covered by Muslims and Arabs? You should ask him that. Maybe he has an answer for you. And then after he talked about something about Talmud, maybe you can ask him about Hadiths. Maybe you have to talk about Hadiths because Hadiths have a lot more to say about this kind of stuff that is going to surprise you, right? Like Al-Bukhari, right? You want to talk about Al-Bukhari stuff, or you want to talk about one guy that you
based on Hadith, listen, based on Hadith, no country was occupied. So we say like because Hadith said that I'm killing like 55,000 people.
Bruce,
The Hadith, they say that the Mahdi comes, find the Jew behind the tree and unalive him, kill him. That's what the Hadith
So
says.
that's what I say. Okay, that's according to what it said. Each hadith caused the killing of like 55,000 people, innocent children, innocent like.
Armin,
No, your Khamenei is
Armin,
your Khamenei is complicit in murdering 600,000. If you
Okay, Bruce,
Where did you get that number
Bruce,
from?
you have asked me a question.
Where'd you put that? Put the website that is saying like 600,000 people got killed by Khamenei. Where did you get that number from?
Your Khamenei murdered
So no, that's a complete lie. So stop talking nonsense. And if you have any reference, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. You're lying.
Can I talk to Bruce? Can I talk to Bruce, please? Can I talk to Bruce?
Yes.
Bruce, before I talk to you about the Hadith, I want you to tell me, do you agree with this gentleman that I was talking about, who says that who quotes Exodus 23 to justify Netanyahu, kicking out the Palestinians out of Gaza and the West Bank? Do you agree with that?
No, but out of 15 million...
No. I'm asking you. No. We will not. I will not listen.
I
No.
don't agree.
You don't understand. You don't understand. I'm asking you a simple question. Do you agree?
No.
Yes or no?
The answer
Okay,
is
fine.
no. But out of
Okay,
15 million, you can find one in a 10,000 Jew who says a stupid thing like that. But out of 2 billion Muslims, how many of them are Jew haters? Out of half
You're
of
not
them are
letting
Jew
me
haters.
speak. Bruce,
If you want to
have a conversation, you need to use your fingers also to mute yourself. That's very important in a conversation.
Let's have a dialogue, not a monologue.
I'm trying to have a dialogue.
Go ahead.
So you disagree with him, which is good. Okay?
Yes.
You disagree with him. I also
agree with the hadith. Do you agree with the hadith that you should find a Jew behind every tree?
No, that's the fallacy, Bruce.
One minute.
Let me interject. He addressed me. I got to respond. So you're saying like people got killed under Khamenei's rule, right? And you're saying like the people in Iran got kicked out because Khamenei is ruling the country, right? What happened to the Gaza? Listen. What happened to the Palestine? How many people have been displaced? How many people got killed?
To me. Do not.
You said 600,000. That's complete bullshit.
Yeah. No, it's not. You go Google.
Okay.
Okay,
I can Google it.
And then
Put any reference you have, any credible reference you have, put it in the chat.
Go Google it and see how many Houthis have died because of you. 150,000. And see how many Iraqis have died because of it. And see how many all kind of ethnicities have died because of your government. Are you proud of your Khamenei government?
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's a shame.
So wait,
Well-
you're killing 55,000 people, including children, and anyone pointing that out, they're anti-Semitism, they're Jew haters and stuff.
I need to
No, we can talk about it.
I need
We
to
can talk about
So
it.
when we talk about it, we are Jew haters.
No, they're not. They're not. Let's
Okay.
talk about it.
Then we
Okay,
can.
okay, like guys, let's give the mic to Dex. Then I wanted to say something, but anyway, I'll wait for Dex to complete, and then I want to address Bruce.
Yes,
Go ahead, Dex.
last news was 1 minute ago. Israeli politics tells you not to stop the ceasefire. 1 minute ago.
You mean Israel does not agree to ceasefire? Is that what you're saying?
1 minute ago they said no to ceasefire.
So that's 673 counting. Violation of truce and ceasefire.
I know the Iranian Muslims are praying for Bibi Netanyahu to come and finish this Khamenei's government.
Okay,
Who says
okay,
that?
let's
Wait.
Who
do
says that? Someone from like Reza Sandy. You live in Beverly. Listen, you live in Beverly Hills and you are delusional.
Go in the rooms of
You're
Iranian
delusional, dude.
Go look at the rooms in
Rooms
Clubhouse
like
and you
5
listen to
rooms
them.
in Clubhouse. They represent the entire Iranian, 92 million Iranian.
Muslim Iranian.
It represents 92 million Iranians.
Netanyahu bomb us, kill us, and just leave us freedom. We are just begging him just to bomb us, killing people, and just
You
free
mean
us.
90 million Iranians are... 1 minute, Armin.
Please on your jump, dumbass.
Armin,
If Netanyahu doesn't finish the job, you will see what Khamenei will do to the people. They mark my word.
Can you mute up, Bruce?
Don't finish the
90.
job, you will see what Khamenei is going to do.
Bruce, can you stay muted, please? Dex also, thank you. 90 million Iranians. There are 90 million Iranians. Okay, the population of Iran is 90 million. And Bruce says Iranians are rooting for Bibi Netanyahu to come and bomb them so that they can be
Not to bomb
liberated
them, not to
from
bomb them, to
Khamenei.
get rid of Khamenei. Not to
Get
bomb
rid of
them, to get
Khamenei,
rid of Khamenei. Really.
So how does Netanyahu get to Khamenei without bombing Iran?
They're going to bomb the Sepah, they're going to bomb the Basijis, they're going to bomb the enemy of the people.
So they're going to bomb the enemy of the...
You cannot talk on behalf of people of Iran. You are one person. You can give your own opinion. You cannot. Oh yeah, for sure. I never said that. You were the one that claimed that shit. I didn't claim anything. You were the one that claimed it. And once you claim it, just listen to me. Just once you claim something, you have to have a proven like something that in order to back your claims, but you don't have anything.
Bruce, can I ask you a question? Why would I don't care if the people in Iran are pro-government, anti-government, Muslim, Zoroastrian, atheist. Why would anybody within Iran want an outside force as hostile as Israel to come and bomb their country? This is just... I don't understand your logic. I don't understand because no matter what I see. Hold on, let me just finish. One second. So I get your logic of what you want the aim for Israel to be, but you know that it's going to risk so many lives and so many innocent Iranian lives. Your brothers, my sisters, your sisters are going to die.
Mazi.
I don't care what side you're on.
Mazi, how many lives do you think Iranian people have to give in order for them to have a successful revolution to get rid of this occupying government who's been occupying Iran for 47 years, have destroyed people's lives, has spent trillions of dollars on these bullshit nuclear facilities? How many people do you think have to die?
I don't have that hypothetical number.
It's going to cost 200,000. It's going to cost 200,000 Iranian lives to get rid of this.
Dude, you just said 600,000. How did you lower the number from 600,000?
600,000 was in Syria. Is what you killed in Syria.
So you make up numbers yourself, huh?
Bruce, you said...
How about if you want to prove your point? How about you say like 5 billion people?
Bruce, you said 600,000 in Iran.
People have died in Syria, you know nothing. If you don't know anything about
$10
it,
billion,
you know
with a
nothing.
capital
You
B.
can't go die for your Shah. Nobody cares. You go. Why you want other people die for your Shah?
No, I don't want anybody to die. I'm just telling you what's going on the ground. I just tell you how desperate people.
You are not representing people
May I
in
say
the
something,
inside.
guys?
Neither you.
You can give your opinion.
Guys,
Okay, I never claimed that, but you are claiming the shit.
Armin, let Nima speak.
Hey, Bruce, so you think, you just see the rhythm of the Netanyahu. What's happening in Iraq? What's happening in Libya? What's happening? Every country invades. What happened to those countries? He always say, okay, because people of Iran, people of Iraq, people of, Lebanon, we are coming for you. We are coming to save you. And what happened? And did you see his plan for Iran? They're just saying it. We're going to make Iran in for peace. We're going to put the partition in Iran and put this on the court.
You are right.
So that's a freedom for you?
Let me tell you what you're right about. Netanyahu doesn't give a shit about Iranian people. I know that, and you know that. But they say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The government of Iran is the enemy of the people and is an enemy of Israel. That's what joins Israel and Iranian people, nothing else. Okay, the enemy of
So you country is ripped apart. The Kurds can't take their own part. The Turks can't take their own part. The Arabs come and do it the same. And you're okay with that. You know what happened to Afghanistan and Iraq, right?
If you treat them well, you don't.
That's what we care. It's just putting the Reza Stafni over there. You want to put the Reza Stafni and you're gonna be happy, right?
If you mistreat Kurdish people, they want to separate. If you mistreat Baluchis, they want to separate. If you mistreat Iranian Arabs, they want to separate. If you treat people well, why would they want to leave? They've been proud Iranians all this time. Mistreat them and they want separatism. They don't want separatism. That's what the government's scaring you, saying that if I go down, this country is going to.
So let me ask you this. Wait, hold on, please. I'll finish on that one. Saying like a minute. Listen. So you're saying like Kurds during Shah they were not mistreated, but why during the war the Kurds wanted saying their own part? Respond to that. When? During the Shah, Chamron, right? Chamron went to the west side of Iran in order to fight Kurds. And listen, that's the time to listen. So you say Shah was fine, right? And they were treating people right, right? So look. So why they wanna listen? Why they wanna take their own part and keep their country apart?
Shah also mistreated them. You go to Kurdistan, everywhere else they had electricity. A lot of Kurdistan parts they had no electricity.
So
what is the difference between Kurdistan?
Based on your logic, anyone is mistreated, they have a right to rip the country apart, right? So Iran is going to be a super small country because some of the people they were mistreated, according to you.
Bruce, don't talk about Kurdistan, but you don't know how we live here. I'm living in Kurdistan now, so don't talk about Kurdistan, how we live, how we have it.
Where? You're Kurdistan from where?
I'm from Kurdistan, from Iraq.
Iraq, Kurdistan. Okay, what about it? I didn't say anything about Kurdistan.
Yeah, Bruce, you're representing Kurds?
No, I don't understand what his comment was.
You do. I get your point. You have a grudge against the current regime, and you want to overthrow it on top of the regime. At any cost, even the country is fall apart, the country is ripped apart. You don't care. You don't care.
That's what they say.
No, you don't care. No, not a shit. That's throughout the history. Persian Empire was way bigger than this. And throughout the story that happened and the country ripped apart. Everybody took their own part. And it's going to happen again. That's not a scaring me. Okay, so, history repeats itself, right? And it's going to happen again.
Iran is an old country.
You know how many groups out there waiting for the time in order to rip the country apart, and you don't get it because you have a grudge against the current regime.
The government scaring you with. I can't believe you're IRGC. You're not ashamed in front of people to say I support this government. Even the ones who support the government are in hiding. They don't say that.
So it's not violent.
I got
It's
to-
not
I
much.
got- I-
Listen, it's you saying like if you're not against, I could be against the current regime, but I'm not advocating to someone bombing the shit out of my country, killing my own people. Okay, wait, hold on.
You said you support it.
No. I say when it comes, listen, when it comes to war, and when it comes, they want to come and rip apart my country. I stand against this shit.
Who wants to rip apart your country?
Okay, I just told you. You don't want to listen.
Okay, guys, you've been having a long talk. Let me tell you something, Bruce. You just said that you're okay with Netanyahu because he's your enemy's enemy. So an enemy's enemy makes him a friend of yours. Even though you also said that you are not in support of Netanyahu, you also realize that Netanyahu doesn't really love Iranians. He's doing it for himself. So if there are two enemies, I will not shake hands with one of them just because I have another enemy. If it means my family, my people, my land, my country will be affected by it.
Which government cares about Iranian people? You tell me which government.
Bruce, why do you?
It's just like anybody else. They don't care
Bruce.
about their own people.
Bruce,
I wish
let me
Khamenei was
complete.
like Netanyahu.
Why do you have to come off? Don't get emotional, okay? You don't like the Khomeini, it's fine. Somebody else, Armin likes Khomeini, fine. It's okay with that.
I
So we are all okay
promise
with
you, days are numbered. I promise you. I bet you $1 million that the days are numbered. Is it
It's okay.
possible?
Yeah,
They were
it's
running
okay.
away. They got on the plane.
It's okay. It's okay, Bruce.
War on the US.
Wait,
If they're not
1
running
minute.
the plane, they would have shot down the plane. That doesn't even make sense.
Guys, can I complete what I wanted to say? So here's the point, Bruce. Here's the point. Whatever you say, it is you who's saying this, okay? If there has to be a change in the government of Iran, it has to come from within. Because as we have seen in Libya, in Iraq, in Afghanistan, and many other places, US and Israel do everything because as long as it helps them, as long as it benefits them.
It does
They
have
have
to
never-
come from people. You're right.
Shut-
I
shut-
am agreeing with you.
Can you
Facilitate the
Oh,
atmosphere. Just create the
Bruce,
atmosphere for the
Bruce, stop
people to
interrupting me.
overthrow.
Why-
No, I
why-
just tell you. I just want to understand my point. All is
No, you just have to listen in order to be able to understand other people's point so that we can understand yours. Okay? Don't come off the mic, Bruce. So US said the same thing. US and Israel and all their allies said the same thing about Iraq. We'll get rid of Saddam Hussein and the whole of Iraq will be converted into a paradise. Every Iraqi will be happy. What happened? After killing 1 million Iraqis and annihilating another 1 to 2 million indirectly and occupying Iraq, what have they done for Iraqis? Nothing.
They steal the
Literally
oil.
some they are still occupying Iraq, stealing the oil, created a...
What does that have to do with Israel? What does Iraq has to do with Israel? Iran and Iraq killed millions of each other. What are you talking
They're
about?
taking money from us. What are you talking about?
Bruce, the same thing is going to happen if if Israel and America take over.
They will not. They cannot take over. Iran is a great country. It's a huge country.
Do you think
No boots will be on the ground? No boots will be on the ground in
you
Iran.
think
Hear my voice.
no, they don't. They don't have to be American boots or Israeli boots on the ground.
So they're not
there are
gonna
enough.
occupy
There are
Iran.
enough. There are enough people opposed to the regime in Iran. Within Iran, like you live abroad. The others are there, so they will be made to do things, unpleasant things on behalf of.
They forced the people to demonstrate that where they were shooting them in the eyes and stuff. They throw acid in the girl's face when
That
they're
is
not
your.
wearing the hijab.
See, I have never read these things anywhere in any media. If you have
That's
any
real. So
evidence of that, share them.
That's
Share them.
hypocrisy. Listen, these guys are complete hypocrite. You are okay. 800 people so far got killed by Israel, but you are advocating those people, and I do so, that people in Iran got shot in their face. My heart goes for them. But you are okay with getting killed 800 people by Israel, right? So you are a hypocrite, two-faced man.
I'm not. I'm
Yes,
not.
you are. Yes.
Israel,
No, even if you're not a hypocrite,
the cause.
even if you're not a hypocrite, you're contradicting yourself. You're
I
contradicting.
got you good, man. You're a complete hypocrite.
No, he's contradicting himself.
What about Israel supporting terrorism and Iran giving them bombs? They're doing car bombs and all of this stuff.
He's okay with it because it fits his narrative. But he's
What
not
do you
okay.
think Israel is doing? Why do you think Israel?
What do you mean why? Because they
Why do
captured
you
them.
think? Why do you think it's them?
Why does it start? Why
You
does it
should
start
like
as soon
that.
as
This is part of your
as
culture.
soon as-
You
as soon as
should
the
like
missiles-
that car bombing.
What culture? I'm not Persian. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. The Persians are not into that.
They're doing it. They captured them.
And
Are you
even the
stupid?
people who came and shot the people in the eyes was.
Yes, I know. Yes,
Your heart goes for them, but at the same time, you're advocating some other countries, foreigners, killing your own people, and you say it's okay, Israel did that. My enemies is my friend. You are a fucking hypocrite, dude. Get off this.
Yeah.
Yeah, in your view, the Persians never did any sin, you're
Let's talk
perfect,
in a month.
God's chosen people.
Let's gather
This is the
all
same thing
together in a month.
Israelis say. This is the same thing Israelis say. Blame everything on Hamas, and Israel did nothing. This is the same thing for you. The Persians, we never did anything wrong. It was all the Muslims.
Bruce, I've got another question. Why Israel was killing people in hospital and bombing the shit out of the hospitals?
They were not.
Okay.
First of all, according to Geneva Convention, if a terrorist goes and starts listen to me, making a hospital, a ground, a place for fight, that.
Okay, wait, hold on here. If you see a school shooter in a school, would you bomb the shit out of the school in order to kill the school shooter? Respond that.
If a guy send missiles out of the
Respond that.
Yeah.
There is a school shooter in a school. You bomb the shit out of the entire school and killing children in order to get that.
No, they were shooting missiles in a war.
You don't have any response from that.
Show evidence of missiles for every single school. Show evidence for missiles for every single
You're
school.
fucking Bruce. Hold on, Bruce, hold on.
If they wanted to kill all the Palestinians, how many bombs Israel has dropped in Palestine? Do you know? 200,000.
Bruce,
How many bombs each
Bruce,
bomb
what
can
they're
kill?
Bruce, what we're saying is this, and guys, you can correct me if I'm wrong. We're just saying be consistent. You can't say that this is happening and at the same time disregard what Israel is doing and killing Iranians, and also what Israel is doing.
You know why he's not consistent? Because it doesn't fit his narrative. Sorry, Maz.
No, it's fine. I was not.
Let's talk about Gaza.
Okay, you don't want to walk down that street on this room, but go ahead at your own risk.
You choose the subject we walk in. You want to talk about Gaza? We talk about Gaza.
Good luck on this stage.
How many houses were bombed in Gaza? This is the first question.
Every single house that there was.
Okay, I heard you. So what is the justification for this?
I'll explain to you. Did you know in an average urban warfare, the number of combatants to civilians is how many? An average one?
I'm not talking about the combatants. I'm talking about the houses.
This is urban warfare.
I'm talking about the houses. Listen to the question. Listen to the question. I know you want to run away. No. I'm talking about Gaza. Okay, listen. What is the justification? Listen. What is the justification for destroying every single house? You said they destroyed every single house. So what is the justification?
Urban warfare. It's an urban warfare.
So it says if it's urban warfare, you can destroy every house? Is that the justification?
You compare that to other urban
No,
warfare.
that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Yes, Syria is terrorist. Syria is terrorist. So you're saying the IDF and the Israeli government are also terrorists?
Khamenei was a terrorist that destroyed Syria.
I'm not talking about Khamenei. Stop running around. Stop running.
He's shifting from Hamas to Khamenei.
No, you're
Yeah.
talking about Syria.
Listen. I told you Gaza, number one, and then you said you have to compare it to Syria.
Yeah.
Then I said Syria is terrorist. Then you're telling me no. Khamenei is also terrorist. I'm not talking about Syria or Khamenei. I'm talking about Gaza.
What U.S. did in Iraq, in Afghanistan, what happened in Syria, you have
No, it's not the same.
Urban
Okay,
warfare.
listen.
The
USA did not destroy. USA did not destroy every single house in Fallujah. USA did not destroy. No, they didn't. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. They did not destroy every house in Fallujah. They did not destroy every house in Baghdad. They did not destroy every house in Kirkuk.
I'll prove to you
Provide
they did
the
worse.
picture. Provide the picture. Go ahead.
I'll prove to
Show
you
me
they did worse.
When you raise your voice, that doesn't mean you're right, bro. We are here, right? So please, listen. If you cannot control yourself,
Provide a picture like Gaza. Provide a picture like
you should control yourself. You can't just come up on the stage and start shouting at everyone, bro.
No.
That doesn't mean you're right. You want to occupy me? You want to bomb my house because I don't agree with
The
you?
number of civilians.
I'm not talking about civilians. Look, you're moving the goalpost again. You're moving the goalpost. You're moving the goalpost. Stick to the question. Stick to the question. Stick to the question. No, I'm not talking about combatants. I'm not talking about combatants. Stop moving the goalpost. Stop running from the question. Stop running from the question. Stop running from the question.
So Bruce, respond that. Listen, Benjamin Netanyahu he's been a convicted felon. He's a convicted war criminal, which is he's convicted. He's convicted. He has an arrest warrant. Listen, arrest warrant on 137 countries. So he is a convicted. He's a convicted war criminal. And how do you justify that? Since you're Reza Saxby, your guy saying that support him.
He is not convicted.
You're running away from the question. The question originally was about the houses. And you keep talking about the civilians. You're talking about the combatants. I'm not talking about the combatants.
According to international court, he's been a convicted war criminal.
No, he's not convicted. You're wrong.
He has been convicted. Yes,
You're
he
wrong.
It's like talking to a wall. You deny everything, you deny truth, and you run away.
Yeah.
Stick to
No,
the
you
question.
don't.
I'm
I'm not
talking
running
about
away.
Gaza.
I'm
Listen
going nowhere.
with your ears, not with your mouth. Listen.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about the houses in Gaza. You said they destroyed every single house. This is your words, okay? I'm talking about the houses in Gaza. Stick to the question. Don't talk about Syria. Don't talk about Khamenei. Don't talk about Iraq. I'm talking about Gaza and the houses. You're talking about combatants. Don't talk about combatants. Talk about the houses. Talk about the
I
infrastructure.
will not. I'll talk about that. Are you ready to listen? Okay. Like you know, Hamas has created 350 miles of like subway underground tunnels that pops up in every household, every mosque, every hospital, every kindergarten, every school, and every entity. So in order, when they go to get these terrorists out of these rats,
So you didn't respond that. If you want to get a school to the common school, listen. Because he said that before. I didn't respond my question.
Let me finish.
You don't let me finish. I'm responding to you.
You keep talking, you're talking nonsense. You didn't respond my one question.
I am responding to Lee, and then I respond to whatever you have. No
So
problem.
your logic is like killing people because they're under the hospital and kindergarten, right? So you want to get a school to the common school, you're killing people from the hell out of the school.
Wait. Go ahead, Bruce. You finished? Okay, so your answer is they connected all of the houses with tunnels, right?
The reason is when they see a house that terrorists was shooting out of, they have to attack that house, and then the terrorists will go under the tunnel and pop up from another house. So they have to go attack the other house. Then the terrorists would go under another tunnel.
Okay, so this is whack-a-mole. You think this is whack-a-mole, right? Okay, just 1 second. Pause for a second, okay? So number one, okay, this was last year. They said over 400,000 houses were destroyed in Gaza. Okay, before the war started, we know that there was 40,000 Hamas. This is numbers from Israel. They claim they killed 20,000 Hamas 6 months ago. Okay, so what you are saying, right? For each Hamas member, they're hiding in 10 houses. Okay, they're hiding in 10 houses. 40,000. Yes. Just 1 second. 40,000 times 10, you have 400,000. Okay, this was 1 year ago. This is not even today.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
This
I
is
said
how
the same terrorist goes to one house. When they attack and ruin that house, it goes in the tunnel, and the same terrorist goes to the next house and comes out and starts shooting from the
according to the numbers, right? If IDF kills every single Hamas, right? That means for each house that they destroyed, they killed 10. They destroyed 10 houses for one Hamas.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
Just wait. I heard you talk for 2 minutes. Calm down. Just mute. Let me finish. Okay?
Good.
If they go from house to house, right? That means each Hamas member is going to 10 different houses, and then eventually the IDF kills them. Okay? 40,000 times 10 is 400,000. But why is Hamas still there? Right? That means they destroyed 400,000 homes, and Hamas is still there. That means it's pointless. That means it's pointless.
I'm telling you, one terrorist jumps from one house to another.
Okay. Just 1 second. I want you to realize how stupid you sound. Okay?
No, you sound stupid.
Just calm down. It's okay. They're going from house to house, and IDF is just watching them. They have drones flying 24/7. That's number one. Number two, the weapons that they have, they can actually see inside every single building.
All right,
IDF is able to see inside every single building using infrared and other technologies. That's number one. Number two, hold on, just 1 second. Number two, if you're saying, let me finish. If you're saying, hold on, just put it in the chat. Look, if you're saying Hamas is in this building, right? Let's say the first house. The IDF already sees inside the house. They see how many kids are there. They see how many mothers. They destroy this house. If they destroy this house, then the Hamas member should die. How is the Hamas member running from this house?
No, Hamas will not die.
The next
because
house?
Hamas would go down in the tunnel, go walk.
Okay. Let's say Hamas is going. Okay, listen. If Hamas is going in the tunnel, then why the hell are you blowing up the house? Why don't you go inside the tunnel?
Because when the guy was in the house, the house got
Look
attacked,
how
Hamas went like a rat in the tunnel and came out of another house.
Yeah, you think this is a video game, whack-a-mole? You know,
you
the
think it's a
Hamas
video
going
game.
here and jumping here. They have advanced weapons. They have advanced weapons. It's just an excuse to make yourself feel good about destroying over 500,000 houses. You sound retarded.
Guys, Netanyahu has completely gone and said we have an agreement of ceasefire now.
So he accepted?
Yeah, he's what the media in Sweden told me that he's going out and told the media. I don't know.
He was begging for it.
In the light of the operation activity, objects are, and in full coordination with President Trump, Israel has agreed to the president's proposal for a bilateral ceasefire.
Okay, Bruce, let me give you hypotheticals. So your kid is going to school, and then there's a school shooter in the school. And because that is school shooter going from room to room, and then you ask the government to bomb the shit out of the school and kill 500 children in the school to get that school shooter. That's your logic, right?
Ask if the school shooter was in the hospital of Israel. Would they bomb the Israeli hospital then?
He knows he's talking nonsense, dude. He's just brainwashed by religious sacrilege.
Are you talking about like in New York right now, or are you talking about in a war? I don't understand.
That's not hypothetical. Do you understand the meaning of the hypotheticals? Do you know what the hypothetical
is? What are you talking about?
Okay, I said there is a school shooter in a school.
So it's not a war.
There's a school shooter in a school and going from room to room. And your kid is...
It's domestic terrorism. If you call Hamas a terrorist, school shooter inside is considered domestic terrorist. So it's a very similar example. Continue.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any response for that, and he knows what he's talking about is wrong, but he want to go because he has a grudge against the current regime in Iran, and he want to talk to them.
You should too.
You don't define what I should or should not do.
You should.
That's fascism. That's fascism right now. Because if I don't agree with this guy and I disagree with this guy, he said you should. If he don't, if he was in power, he would want to shut up my house.
If you have any common sense, you would.
So that's fascism right here.
Well, I get it wrong. Thank you, Amir, for letting me speak. Good luck. Long live Palestine.
Nice. I'm gonna ask him about warfare because he kept on bringing it up.
Bro, he was stubborn as fuck, dude.
No, the funny thing was is that he was just talking about warfare. The problem with his own point is Hamas dug. He says Hamas dug tunnels, all that stuff. Whatever. Okay, fine. Now Israel dug tunnels. Israel has bunkers under hospitals and schools and stuff. Israel has military equipment around civilians, using them as human shields. His own point fights him, right? By his own logic, we should just go ahead and bomb all of Israel and kill all civilians just to get to the IDF.
Yeah, but the thing is that if the terrorists was Hamas terrorists, as they call them, in a hospital in Israel, they wouldn't bomb it.
I exactly know what happened to Sargon.
Yeah. Besides that, we see the video. I mean, we see where the freedom fighters are coming from. They're not coming from, civilian areas. They're in the rubble, living in the rubble, and then you see them running up to tanks, blowing up tanks with Shiraz, with the 105 Yassin. You see the sniper rifle shots. You see them attacking. They wait for the Zionists to go into the house, and then they attack the house where they're inside the buildings. I mean, you see them with the mortar shells. They're nowhere near civilians.
Actually, no, they are when they shoot rockets.
When they're fighting, no, they're not. When they're fighting, look, dude, I just said, dude, I'm gonna post a video or two, and you tell me what you see. Okay, you see them out there. They go on the road and they dig. And they put the mines in the roads, and some of them the tanks can roll over and blow up themselves. But the soldiers say no, they want to be able to do it. So they put the wire and they have the button and they wait for the tanks to go over and they blow up the tank with they push the button. That has nothing to do.
The IDF told everyone to evacuate.
No, there's nobody there.
Exactly.
Thank you. No.
Everybody.
Right. Thank you. So you admit it, right? You admit that the fighting is going on with no civilians. Okay, so you admit it that listen. So you just admitted. No, stupid. Shut up. You just admitted that you know that the fighting is going after the people have evacuated. You just admitted that.
Right.
You just admitted that the fighting is going on while the people have already evacuated. There's only the freedom fighters and the Zionists. That's all that's there.
There's nothing.
That's all that's there. The freedom fighters and the Zionists. There's no civilians. You just admitted it, right?
No. So those freedom fighters that you talk about.
Civilians are there now. Okay, so now you're going to bring the civilians back.
Yeah. What freedom have they achieved in their fighting when you call them freedom fighters?
They're doing pretty good helping to destroy the Zionists. The Zionists were spending hey, dude, freedom. Hey, listen.
A lot of buckets and pens.
Dude, I'm Black American. Listen. No. Oh, go ahead, Lee.
What freedom?
Go ahead, Lee.
What freedom did the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising receive?
Bro, that's bullshit. You know why? Because I'll tell you what the real freedom fighters were.
No. Why is it bullshit? Tell me why.
I don't even call that freedom fighters. I don't call that freedom fighters.
What do you call it then?
Can I name you some freedom fighters?
So you can call them resistance fighters, right?
No, I can tell you.
Yes, you can call them resistance fighters.
Resistance. The real freedom fighters, maybe you can learn something. Haganah, Urgu, those are true freedom fighters.
North Vietnam. It took Vietnam 20 years, dude. It took Vietnam 20 years. Dude, it took Vietnam 20 years. 20 years it took Vietnam and 1 million people. It took Vietnam 20 years. They had to defeat first the French and then the Americans. It took them 20 years to get their freedom. 20 and 1 million people. But they got it. got it.
False parallel. The real freedom fighters, because they actually achieved freedom for their people, was the Jewish militia group.
Yeah, the terrorist
They don't
groups.
recognize
Terrorist groups.
terrorists.
And by the way,
What are you talking
I don't even mind. You want to call them terrorists? I don't mind. But
Yeah,
just
no,
don't
you love
think that when
terrorism.
you
You love
just don't think for a moment that when you call our guys terrorists and we call you guys terrorists.
What freedom did you get?
No,
But
no.
what freedom?
We have the state of
But what
Israel.
freedom
We have
did
the
this
state of Israel.
Haganah get? Listen, what freedom did they
We
get?
got the
They're
state of
spending.
Israel.
Listen.
We
They're
have the
spending
state of
200.
Israel.
Listen.
You
Dude,
occupy the country and you call it you have a state of freedom.
No. Listen, today. Listen, today, Haganah, listen, today you're spending $275 million a day for your freedom. That's how much this shit is costing you. $275 million a day. Over 20% of your infrastructure has been destroyed. It's going to cost you $100 million. Then why are they begging the UAE for money? Why are they begging the UAE for money today?
So what's it just
They're begging for money today.
We're not begging.
Amir posted the article. I'll post it too.
Smotrich is begging money, by the way, the finance minister. He said he's begging to the UAE.
May I say something real quick? Like, if it's gonna take 10 seconds.
Go for it.
Alright, Zero. Not all of them are freedom fighters.
You cooked
Some
them,
of them
Zero. You
are
cooked them.
terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are terrorists, right? And like, let's say anybody that hurts civilians on purpose to scale or to cause an impact is 100% a terrorist. I don't give a fuck if they're American.
So all military, the U.S. military, IDF.
I don't care if they're the IDF. I don't care if they were sent by Jesus Christ himself. They're terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Anyone that targets civilians that have nothing to do. It's like we have this thing. If you're a gang member, you know that you're not supposed to snitch and like you can get.
So with that logic, IDF killed 55,000.
Yeah, the Zionist state is a terrorist state, then, correct? The Zionist state is a terrorist state, correct?
So I'm 55,000 people got killed.
Nova, listen. Based upon your logic, okay, based upon your reasoning, that makes the Zionist state a terrorist state, correct?
The people in control of Israel right now are acting like straight terrorists. Bibi Netanyahu is a fucking terrorist.
He is the goat of the Middle East.
He's a goat.
No, he's not. He is the king of the Middle East. Absolutely.
Genocide, bro.
Absolutely, he's king of the Middle East. He gave Hamas an ass whooping. He gave Hezbollah an ass whooping. Because of us, Assad's regime got completely toppled. Iran is getting an ass whooping.
Wait, hold on.
Iran's getting an ass
whooping over here.
Wait, one second. What did Netanyahu have to do with Assad?
Well, because of what we did with Hezbollah, that they created.
No. Hold on. Jihadi, you do realize how stupid you sound, right?
Yes.
So you do realize how stupid you sound because
no, not at all. Actually,
Netanyahu had nothing to do directly with the entire Syrian uprising.
Indirectly.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter, yes, because of our actions, because of what Israel does. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so then by that extension, right? Then you have to go ahead and say Russia was the reason why you guys got bombed by missiles.
By who?
Is that correct?
No. Once again,
but they're a proxy to Iran. They helped Iran out with their
very bad parallels, dude. Very bad.
No,
I can actually show you I can show you more direct cause and effect.
No, you're just gonna show me. Okay, look.
Excuse me.
I'll point you out this. No, Jihad, you need to understand one thing. Understand one thing. No, it's not. You don't have to explain anything because you're giving me some bullshit. I'll tell you exactly how this works out, right? If I go ahead, hold on. No, you're interrupting because you're scared of the point. If I go ahead and I
want to make it a point.
Okay, again. I'm trying to make a point.
Yeah, Jihadi, now, mute up. You want to bomb the shit out of
Stop. It's supposed to be Sab and Jihadi. Sab, you got a minute, and then Nathan.
All right, cool. So that point makes no sense. Hezbollah does not have anything to do with Syria. If you look at the way Syria got toppled, it wasn't even considering Hezbollah as a faction that was even in the entire play as of this whole thing.
Instead, what happened is you have different uprisings within Syria that toppled its own government. You can't just go ahead and just add someone on and say, "Oh, they're the reasons why the government." Again, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. You can't go ahead and just add someone randomly to the reason why another regime comes into power. By that logic, again, do not interrupt me. Yeah, don't interrupt me, Jihadi. By that logic, right, you guys went ahead and claimed that because of Iran's nuclear programs, you had to do a preemptive strike or whatever.
Yes.
By your same logic, Russia was the reason why Israel got bombed. You do realize how stupid that sounds right now, right?
No, it's not. Once again, you're drawing a false parallel.
How is that a false parallel?
Completely false, because you're basically trying to say, well, just because they went and supplied it. No. Hezbollah was actually on the ground in Syria fighting Syrian rebels. The reason why they weren't able to top the Assad regime in 2013 was because of Hezbollah. Hezbollah, by the way, killed many Syrians when Assad basically did his genocide on the Syrian people. Because we were able to destroy Hezbollah, completely humiliate them, kill Nasrallah, kill all of their top commanders and everything else, they're completely in shambles. They were not able to respond.
Why are we letting this fucking Jew speak? Like, I'm so tired of it.
Excuse me, thank you.
Guys, let him finish.
Hold on, I'm doing the takbir. Adonai Akbar. Thank you.
Yeah, let's guys, calm down, man. Calm down.
Yeah. I'm just trying to speak. So basically, that is a more direct correlation rather than Russia supplying missiles and then those missiles are then after used to attack Israel.
You have completely
fallacious parallelation.
Okay. The reason Jews are evil. Let me have this one.
Give me a minute. He has a point what he's saying about the Hezbollah thing, that because they were working with Bashar and with the Iranian. Yes, but the main cause was because Turkey wanted Syria. Syria is under control of Turkey now. Old ISIS. So yeah, it wasn't Israel. They did help them. Yes, but it was the behind it was Turkey.
Yeah. So that's actually the point I was gonna make out, right? Even though yes, Hezbollah was having conflicts with Syria, so on and so forth, Turkey was mostly responsible for that. I'd rather go ahead and give the credit to Turkey in that instance. Again, I'm not pro-Turkey in any way. I hate Turkey, but Turkey was the reason why Syria's al-Assad went ahead and got toppled, right? Now, again, by this entire summation, there's a reason why I made the example that I made previously, right? Just because, Netanyahu was having a fight with Hezbollah that did something or whatever, right? It makes no sense. Again, when I said Russia was helping Iran develop the nuclear sites, all that stuff, whatever, Russia went ahead and helped Iran in these diplomatic ties. Russia was ready to go ahead and back Iran, all that stuff. I'm showing that Russia is helping Iran, right? By that extension, I should go ahead and credit Russia for bombing the crap out of Israel. But it doesn't make sense for me to do that.
No, actually, Russians right now, I don't know if you even heard Vladimir Putin, I think it was yesterday or the day before. He literally said that he wouldn't attack Israel.
But he would supply...
But you're understanding my point of how stupid it sounds, right?
No, it's not stupid as it sounds. You think that the Assad regime would have been crumbled if Hezbollah was not crumbled?
But he's giving them bombs. He's helping Iran behind the back.
You guys don't get it, giving bombs or whatever the case. You can just say, well, America's responsible for everything in the Middle East, then, including Israel.
But
they are.
They are.
Yes, they are.
No, but they're not. No, but they're not. Though. No, but they're not. They're not.
According to you, right? According to you, because it's
if you want to say, listen, if somebody just goes and gives you guns, you're not the one that's controlling their decisions of what they do.
That's different, though. During war, that's different. That's meaning you're supporting and supplying the ammunition. That's different.
Okay, let me ask you this: if we didn't blow Hezbollah's dicks off, do you think that the rebels in Syria were able to topple Assad's regime?
What country are you living in? Are you Israel or United States?
Yes,
I'm just curious. I'm just wondering.
Yes, they would have.
Yes. Really? You think of Nasrallah? You think of Nasrallah was still around?
Yes, they would, with the help of Turkey.
No, they wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah.
Are you in Israel or United States?
And all of his little goonies, his little thugs, would have went into Syria and stopped it.
Poland. You're from Poland. I'm from the Middle East.
I'm not from Poland. No, I'm not.
Jew, are you in Israel or United States? Answer the question, please.
I have nothing.
Are you in Israel or United States? What country are you in?
Neither.
Your father's not from Poland? Where's your father from?
Why do you have an American accent? You're speaking with an American accent.
Where's your father?
I'm an American.
Nathan, where's your father from?
Yeah, I'm an American. Yeah.
Where are you? What country are you living in?
Where is your father from?
I'll tell you where I'm from. I'm an indigenous Palestinian.
You fucking piece of
Where is your father from?
Hold on. Now, in relate to this attack, so you support this attack, Israel doing the first attack on Iran?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
No, but do you think it was worth it? Because right now, we heard that Netanyahu was begging for ceasefire with Iran.
No, he wasn't begging for it. No.
He did it 10 minutes ago.
No, that's incorrect. He's not begging for it.
I can show you.
No, he's not begging for it.
Show you, bro. I can show you.
He's not begging for it.
Netanyahu is begging for it.
You want to bet right now in the less than 24 hours, more sites than Iran are going to get.
Do you think that he can take a beating, another 50 or 100 missiles?
Well, actually, very.
But isn't Israel only 8,000 square miles big or something?
Yeah. I don't think you guys are actually even familiar
small
with
piece of shit country like that. I
don't think you guys are familiar with the exact level of decapitation that we did there into their entire rocket launch system.
Nathan,
right? What I'm saying right now, this is very important.
Go ahead.
Their rocket launch system is a lot like their supreme leader. They've become impotent. They can't even get it up. I know it's not working. I know they can't get it up. It's hard for them to even get it up.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Hang on, please. So, by the way, Nathan, they're operating from the schools and whatnot. Did you hear about that?
Nobody's operating from school.
No, Mossad is. That's what I heard. Mossad and IDF is.
From where?
They're operating from residential areas.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, because they targeted some buildings over there, including that hospital that was targeted. They weren't targeting hospital; they were targeting something else.
So, yeah, I know we were hiding Godzilla. By the way, just so you guys know, we also have underground tunnels under Al-Aqsa Mosque, so just make sure to target that as well.
This piece of shit is living in the United States.
That's Palestine. We don't want to do that.
We do. We have like a whole IDF base right under Al-Aqsa, just letting you guys know.
It's terrorist force. It's not IDF.
We have a huge huge headquarters down there. We have Merkava tanks. We have our F-35s hidden under
Nathan,
If you guys did a Al-Aqsa, it's a legitimate military target.
Juhadi, listen, I'm going to post a video that I'm watching right now while you're talking. It's so funny. I'm watching the fucking destruction in Beersheba. It is fucking amazing what the fuck these Iranian missiles can do. I'm going to post a video for you because I'm watching it as you're talking.
I've read
This happened like 2 hours ago.
I know you like whipping out your
I'm going to post it right now.
I get it.
Tell me if you can tell. No, listen. Tell me if you can tell if it is either Beersheba or Gaza. If you can't tell the difference.
There's a lot of construction work right now in Israel. You can go there for the construction work because your country is destroyed. Your country is destroyed.
Yeah, I'm sure. Did you guys see, do you know what my favorite form of comedy is nowadays? I actually love watching Iranian state TV.
I'm sure you love genocide.
That is the most funniest channel to watch because the propaganda that they spew. You know that they said that in their thing, they said that 300 people are missing, that they've unalived thousands of people, and
that's why your current regime is punishing people and finding people for $10,000 if they recorded from city. That's why your government giving people fine $10,000 if they recorded anything from the city, right?
One question: where is the pilot?
There's nothing to report.
They want to hide it, right? Because your country is destroyed.
We're not hiding everything. Everything's out on the internet, guys.
Johadi, where is the pilot? The woman.
What woman pilot? What's her name?
The pilot that
what's her name?
Took.
What's her name? What's her name?
I'll get you. Give me.
What's her name?
I don't understand why we're giving this dude all this power on the stage.
What's her name? Tell me the pilot you guys captured, please.
Imagine living where these missiles are fucking hitting. These are some fucking destructive shit, Juhadi. These are for blocks. For blocks, they just destroyed buildings and cars and shit. Dude, fuck.
Hey, Zero, I got a question.
Give the fuck up, dude. Give up. Call your buddy Netanyahu. Tell him to give the fuck up.
Money right now. I'm just struggling right now.
Dude, it's not a big country. They've already destroyed in 10 days.
You know
in
what?
10 days, they've destroyed 25% of the infrastructure of the state.
Right now. I
just want to say this.
Gurion Airport. When Gurion Airport finally opens for full-time travel, I want somebody to be there to take account of how many of these friggin' Zionists are going to be running to the fucking counter.
Well,
with cash in your hands. I don't care how much it costs. Give me a one-way ticket. I don't care how much it costs.
The thing that's not fair about them, they can leave Israel, go to Canada, Europe, and United States. They won't stay in Israel if they get they bomb severely.
No,
that's the problem. And that's the problem I have with these people. They flee. They flee like roaches everywhere else.
No, it's the
they
opposite.
are flee to Cyprus.
100,000 Israelis are actually trying to get into
They are flee to Cyprus. Your people
100,000. That's a
109 country kicked out of your people. There's something wrong with
100,000 Israelis.
And now it's counties. Right now it's 110 countries. Your people.
That is not your home. Your home is in Germany. You need to go back there in the Holocaust. Those little burnt places. That's where you need to go back to. That's where you need to go back to.
You know what? That really convinced me, bro. You know what? We're just gonna abandon Zionism now.
Hey,
guys, you know what? He just convinced me, guys. He slammed
I said what I said. You need to go back to your home,
Germany. You slammed dunked me, dude. You own
Israel is not your home. It's not your home,
bro. I submit to you, Supreme Leader.
And you know what? You guys are losing tomorrow.
Germany doesn't get you nowhere. Everyone, every single person in the world hates you, bro.
Exactly, they're losing the moral high ground.
Go to any other country, you get punched in your face because they hate you.
No, nobody punches there. A bunch of bitches, actually.
And I'm sure if you live in the United States, you can't talk like that in the streets because you know the percussions. You know what's going to happen.
Out there. No, they're bitches.
You can't walk like that.
Actually, I can't walk like that. I've said it to their faces many times.
No, you haven't. You're a bitch.
Actually, I have. No, absolutely, I have.
You have not.
Yeah, you know why? Because they come into my neighborhood every single Sunday.
Where's your neighborhood?
We're doing our demonstration.
Where's your neighborhood?
In Toronto, on Bathurst and Shepherd. They come to our neighborhood when we're demonstrating, and like little bitches that are across the road. And then when they try coming over here,
what are you demonstrating?
What little terrorist bitches?
What are you demonstrating?
Well, we're just demonstrating for Israel.
Nobody gives a shit about Israel. Let's be honest.
That's exactly what we're demonstrating for. To bring our people home. We were demonstrating for the last 20
Your home's in Germany. That is not your home.
Months for our people to come home.
Your home is in Germany. Israel is not your home.
Neighborhood. And yes, I do tell them straight to their fucking face.
Israel is not your home.
No, actually it is.
No, it's not.
Actually, it is. No, Israel is Jewish land.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, it is. Alhamdulillah.
Hey, Johanny, what happened in Amsterdam?
This guy's a piece of shit. Like, I don't know why these people think they're chosen. I really don't understand
it. Amsterdam.
Nobody brought up chosenness until you did.
I'm saying it. Fuck you. You're not chosen. I just told you.
Okay, I never said anything about chosen.
Johanny, where is Sarah?
Where's who?
Thank God people's eyes are being opened with these people.
Can you pipe down, dude? I'm done with you, bro. What do you say?
Shut the fuck up. You've been talking this whole time on the stage. Nobody said shit to you.
Dude. I'm being rude, dude.
I'm being rude to your bitch ass.
No, you're being rude to the panelists, dude. Let them speak.
No, I'm okay. Go for it, Rick.
Guys, I can only listen to one bad argument at a time, so go ahead.
Guys, wait.
This dude's a douche Jew. Like, what the hell?
Bro, let me talk. Where's Sarah, the pilot?
Sarah who?
The pilot, the Israeli pilot.
Can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor, Dex? Can you post a picture for me?
Here is the name. Sarah Adronot.
Okay.
Good evening.
Can you show me the picture?
Jihadi.
Yeah, drop
Hey,
the
Pikachu!
Jihadi,
how does no one likes
Wait until you showed me a Chilean pilot.
Let's make Pikachu feel at home.
Pikachu is happy. Yeah, so there's a Jew. There's a
guys.
Hey, Pikachu!
One bad argument.
Run, Pikachu, run!
Jew, you do not get to come in this room and control the room. Who do you think you are?
Amir, I've got something.
You don't get to come in the room and control it. What do you mean one bad argument? Shut the fuck up.
Let me just tell you. I've just got an interesting stat for you. Okay. Sure. So there was a popular around.
Run, Pikachu! Run, Pikachu, run!
0-0. Hang on, bro. Hang on.
There was a total of around about 500 missiles were launched at Israel. Do you know what percentage rate actually hit Israel? 5.83%.
That's because the biodome, you fucking idiot. Of course, a lot of them.
5.83%.
Listen to that. Do you know what you're saying, Pikachu? You're admitting that only 5% of the missiles caused 25% of total damage of Israel. Think about do you know how precise that shit must be?
In military terms, when you've got a piece of land the size of New Jersey, which is your ultimate target, and only
Israel is not the size of New Jersey,
and only 5% of your missiles are hitting that piece of land, you're way out of.
Israel is not the size of New Jersey.
Dude, destroyed 20. No, but Pikachu. But Pikachu, it destroyed 25% of the infrastructure, including refineries.
Please let him finish, and then we can go back and forth. Let him land his plane, and then we can go back.
Thank you. It's very difficult to deal with 7 arguments at the same time.
Fuck off, you weirdo.
Yeah. So look, the interception rate, I have to say, was well above 80%, which is great because it means that we know how to defend ourselves pretty well. And that's only going to get better.
You're not even living there.
That's why your people live in
Let me just explain to you that the Iranian plan, the goal was to launch around about 1,000 missiles within hours of the start of the war. And that plan was completely thwarted by the IDF because we know exactly where these missiles are probably going to come from and how to